Hello there. In this video, I am racing in Daily Race C on Gran Turismo 7. This race featured 15 laps at Interlagos in Group 3 cars. There was a mandatory pit stop, but no requirement to change tires, and no need to refuel during the race. I thought it would be cool to try my luck with the Tom's Castrol Supra and see how it managed compared to the Lamborghinis, Porsches, and such that we'll see throughout the race. Thanks for checking out the video. Enjoy the race. Starting in 6th place, and fingers crossed as we head towards turn 1 between an NSX and a Huracan. Into the corner a little bit wide of the first apex, and then hooking back in for the final 2 through the Senna S. Down the back straight towards turn 4, and the slipstream is going to give me a great run against the NSX ahead. As I move to the inside of the track, I'm going to outbrake the NSX into the corner and get by cleanly, moving up to P5. For the remainder of the first 2 laps then, we're hanging on with the leading pack as the cars behind start to drop off. During lap 3, I exit turn 5 with a slight run on the green Huracan ahead. That narrows the gap towards turns 6 and 7. And then a better line through turn 8 puts me right behind as we approach the next corner. I'm going to stay on the inside line up to the hairpin and send one into the corner. To be fair to the Huracan, I think they left enough space for me had I taken a better line. Not my best overtake looking back, but I move ahead to P4 through the last few corners of the lap. Start of lap 4 now, and we're going to see the leader spin out coming through the first set of corners. So I'll get a free place there to P3. At this point, I'm assuming the black Porsche is out of contention for a good result, but keep an eye out for that car during the rest of the race. My pace through the rest of the lap is good enough to start reeling in the Peugeot ahead. I'm well into the slipstream for the long straight, but I decided to bump draft here and work together to stay with the leader. That strategy works for the car ahead, but unfortunately I'm going to make a couple of errors through the last few corners and compromise my own run down the straight. The Supra seemed to have a strong pace on the straights, so thankfully I don't lose too much time to the top 2. But I have a moment into turn 8 and almost spin the car around. Somehow I maintained control enough to get back onto the racing line without losing too much time to another mistake. Out of the last braking zone, the Peugeot ahead has a poor run and loses a chunk of time down the straight. I'm not close enough for a move into turn 1, and the Peugeot comes out of the S with a decent run. I'm going to look inside once more, but with no real chance for an overtake, the car ahead keeps the place through the corner. As we head into turns 6 and 7, I get a narrower line in and the Peugeot goes a bit wide. Up the inside through 7 and I'll have the inside line into the next corner, giving me P2 on lap 7. The Peugeot's race falls apart as they overcorrect off the track, getting onto the main straight. Here's a look from their perspective. Looks like the car gets out of shape as they accelerate out of the corner over the curb, and the attempt to correct sends them right and down the order. Fast forward to lap 10 now, and I've caught up somewhat with the black and white 911 out front. The black Porsche, who spun earlier in the race, is climbing back up the order. They're into P3 after slipping down to 9th place for a brief amount of time. At the end of the lap, the leader pulls into the pits along with the black Porsche in P3. I decided to stay out one more lap in case there was a risk of traffic through the exit. I wasn't sure if other drivers would change tires, so I planned to stay on one set to limit time loss in the pits. I'll take my pit stop now at the end of lap 11, which hands the lead to the green Huracan for the time being. No new tires, so I'll gain some time on anyone who took new rubber during their stop, but I'll need to manage the grip loss through the end of the race. As I exit pit lane ahead of the former leader, I realize they likely opted for a tire change, along with the black Porsche behind them. Even though I'm ahead now, this race will likely get closer as the last few laps go by. The remaining cars ahead have all pitted by the end of lap 13, so I retake P1 with only 2 laps to go. Holding the lead for these last 2 laps is going to be a massive challenge. Through Senna S for the 14th time, and the gap to P2 is close enough now to worry about a move into the next braking zone. The Porsche behind doesn't get by through turns 4 and 5, but now up towards the next corner, he's even closer. I try to take a narrow line into turn 6, but with the lack of grip through the corner, the Porsche executes the easy overtake. Here's another look from the cinematic camera. Absolutely haunting stuff. From there, it's clear I have no pace in my tires to put up much of a fight for the lead. My last hope for a win depends on an advantageous run down the main straight, or a mistake from the leader. And unfortunately, neither happens, and the Porsche closes out a nice comeback to take the win. That's P2 for me, but having driven the Supra and starting in P6, I'm still happy with that result. That will wrap up this video then. I hope you enjoyed the race. It's always fun to get to drive such a memorable car and come away with a solid result in the end. What were your thoughts on this race? Do you think the pit strategy was the right call, or would you have chosen differently? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, goodbye.